Hi, this is Teacher Daniel, and today we're going to go into what I think are 5 ways that can help you as a pilot with English communication, whether you're working as an airline pilot or you're a student pilot. So, number one, like anything in life, the more you plan, the more likely you are to succeed. So, one thing you can do if, let's say, you're on a cross country trip, let's say you're an airline pilot and you're going from one airport to another airport, what you can do as you are in cruise is you can start familiarizing, right? Starting to get to know the waypoints, the frequencies, what they sound like, what they would probably sound like, or what ATC would probably give you. You can start familiarizing yourself with them so that when you reach uh, that controller's airspace and they start that you start communicating with the controller, and they will say something such as proceed direct to Umblot. And if you haven't planned ahead or looked at the waypoints prior, you will be pretty confused. What are they saying? The English is difficult and I don't know what waypoint that person is talking about. Of course, a backup plan is to always ask for them to spell it out. So Amblot, Alpha, Mike, Bravo, Lima, Oscar, Tango, and you can use that. That's a backup plan to confirm that you both have the same waypoint. But being familiar with the waypoints and with the frequencies and even with the airways can help you be more confident, at least feel more confident when you're going to go fly. If you're a student pilot, you can start memorizing the same thing, the airports that you're going to, the areas that you're flying into, the frequencies, so that you can have them ready. Um, Another thing is that if you are a student pilot or if you're an airline pilot and you're flying into very difficult airspace or airports, then you can start making templates of what the conversations will be like. For example, if you're a student pilot, the template would be something such as, who are you talking to, who are you, what you want, and then some other bits of information depending on the situation. You can make templates, you can type it up, you can put it on your phone. Uh, you, what I would do, or what I did, is I would type it up, then I would print it, and I would just take it with me and put it on the yoke. I would just put it there and then just fill out the blanks, and that way I could read it right off the paper, or I could improvise. And what will happen is that when you do it more and more, you'll become familiar. Again, that word familiarize. You'll become familiar with the patterns, and it will help you speak more confidently as time goes on in aviation. Speaking of speaking confidently, another thing you can do to help you is learn ICAO phraseology. When you go to the United States, if you fly to the United States, if you're flying within the United States, or different airports, not just the United States, but you'll notice that each airport has its own, the word I'm going to use, lingo, their own way of talking, their own way of saying things. However, we are all in the international aviation community, not bound, but required to know and required to use, to the best extent possible, ICAO phraseology. So if you want to familiarize yourself, again, that word, if you want to make sure that you can speak in an English that is understood and that you can get an English back that is understood, you want to maybe use ICAO phraseology, and that will help you and the person you're talking to have at least the same vocabulary. That way, the only thing that might be different is the pronunciation. Speaking of pronunciation, the fourth thing you can do that can help you in the aviation world is listen. So, for example, if you're an airline pilot and you're in cruise flight, and sometimes there's just looking at the instruments, you can also listen to the conversations. I mean, you probably are already listening, but actively listening and getting an idea not just of the patterns or the words that they're using, but also the accents, So for example, if let's say you're flying in a terminal area, or not a terminal area, you'll probably be quite busy. But let's say you're flying through an airspace that is quite busy, and you hear air traffic control giving instructions to another aircraft. You can try to figure out, okay, what does that air traffic controller want that other aircraft to do? Be confident and try to start doing that. And as you start doing that, not only will it help you with your listening comprehension, but you'll also get an idea of the pronunciation. You can maybe even mimic it when the other pilot is not looking. You can just say it, don't transmit it, but just say it, just to work out the muscles in your throat to help you pronounce the way that is being pronounced in air traffic control. This is also useful if you're a student pilot. You can listen into the instructions that the tower controller is giving to the other planes, and familiarize develop, as we say in English, develop an ear for what is being said. And if you want to practice at home, you can go to liveatc.net, and you can just listen to conversations, listen to instructions, clearances, and all that on those channels. That would help you develop an ear for aviation communication. And the fifth thing that can help you is have as we say in English, a knee-jerk reaction, just a reaction if you're completely lost. Remember these three words. There's phrases. Say again. Right? Say again. That way that'll prompt the controller to say it again. Have that as a reaction. Or unfamiliar. And that would let the air traffic controller or the tower controller or whomever know that you're unfamiliar. You don't know, you're new to the airspace, and they will likely help you out. And the third one is when you're on the ground, you can say progressive taxi. And that way the taxi instructions that you can be given to get to where you need to go, the tower controller who is there to help you will guide you to where you need to go. You have to remember, air traffic control's job is to help you go from point A to point B. The biggest mistake on that note, the biggest mistake you could do is freeze, right? And we've all been there. We've all just kind of frozen because we had no fallback plan. So a fallback plan that can help you is say again, unfamiliar, or if you're on the ground and it's about taxi instructions, progressive taxi. Anyway, I hope these 5 things have brought some, hopefully these 5 things will help you in your aviation career. Please, if you wish to like or subscribe to the video, I'd be most grateful. Please feel free to leave a comment. If it has helped you, I would love to hear about it. Thank you for listening, and talk to you soon. Bye.